Welcome to the first season, first episode of Legal or Nah. So, what we will do in this season is that we will just go through various Reddit stories and check if any wrong is there, correct is there. Just let's get a bit judgy and learn a lot from it. Okay? So, let's get started. So, this is from Legal Advice India, Reddit. My wife has had a history of long distance affairs. We have been married for 2 years and I have some digital evidence. What happens if I file for divorce? So, based on the title alone, I can say you will get divorced. But let's dive into it more. 30M India here. My wife has had a history of long distance affairs. We have been married for 2 years, no kids, and before our marriage, and for almost a year after our marriage, she was texting and calling her ex boyfriend romantically, and lying to me that he was just a friend now. She blocked him twice after our arguments, and then third time I told her mom, and she blocked him for good. So let's get judgy a bit later than that. I have chat screen recordings from her phone of most of her chats, in which they also discussed having a child together. No, 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 no! I will lose my mind there. I have some call recordings as well, where we fought, and she even suggested me to get a girlfriend too. Okay. Then, quite recently in July last year, actually, she started going out to a Zumba class. Since a few months, she was chatting quite a lot with her instructor, but she would hush me, saying, "He's just a good friend," whenever I asked about it. Just like your ex boyfriend, girl. Mm-hmm. A few days ago, I have even. Sorry, a few days ago, I discovered they are having a full on affair. They might have even gone physical. Oh god, so sorry for you, man. Not sure at the moment. I have chat screen shots where they talk about their relationship and having an affair. I'm so sorry you're going through that. Sucks. Now I want to divorce her. I have no greed for her jewelry or anything financial she has. She can have it all. In fact, I have been paying her 10k monthly for almost a year now, but I don't want that back either or the new iPhone that she got bought with that money. I just want her gone. Even if I have to pay one-time alimony or any decent settlement. I love her family to be honest, and I did not disclose it to anybody because I did not want to put them to this. I will also always take care of her parents and her brother like they are my own because I love them. That's so sweet. In terms of my financial obligations, I earn around 1.5 lakh per month. I have a plot under my name with a housing being constructed on it. There's a loan as well as in both of them. I have around 3 to 5 lakh in savings like mutual fund, PPF, and pension fund. Please advise me how to proceed. Okay. First of all, before we go through the multiple updates or edits that we have received, so let's just go through the entire scenario. So what happens here is that OP has says that OP means original poster, or says that his wife has been having long distance affairs, or let's just name it affairs. Why do you want to segregate long distance, short distance, whatever it is? It is an affair, right? So this is what is happening, and he has some evidence, and he is telling that he's ready to pay some alimony or one time decent settlement, and he just wants her gone. So what happens here? So what happens here is that he can just apply for divorce and he will be awarded almost immediately is what I would say, because divorce proceedings sometimes it can take few months to even years, but with the right proof saying that there is some adultery involved, adultery in sense like this person is not having or like just a familial connection and extramarital affairs, or to put it simply, like any indecent relationship other than whatever she's having with her husband. Like when she is married, she is legally obligated and expected to have a relationship only with her husband. Okay, you may ask, what if they're having an open relationship? That is a whole another can of worms, but here the OP is saying that, and he's not saying that they are monogamous, but based on whatever he's saying, he he has not agreed for open relationship, so that is out of the question right now. So you may ask, like, what if this is fake? Yeah, this is Reddit, things happen. But then if you're going through the same thing, what I'm going to say is that collect all the evidences and also submit that in the court as soon as possible. But the thing is that these evidences should be properly stamped and marked. Stamped and marked in sense it should be properly certified that these are real and not fake. Because many people what they do is that in general divorce situation, just because they want to get divorced faster and then they can get settled with a boyfriend or girlfriend, or just want to just get rid of them from their house, they create screenshots. See, for example, like there are many apps in Play Store where you can just create any kind of screen recording, any kind of chats. But once it has been certified by the court saying that these are real, then it becomes admissible. So then you can easily apply the sections, relevant sections, saying that this person is has been doing some shenanigans behind my back and it is called adultery, and also they're having extramarital affair, yada yada yada, the applicable situations. And you can just ask them to fast track it, saying that like this person is not expecting anything from this other person, and they can fast track it. So let's continue. Okay, so in that edit 1. Thank you so much, everyone, for all the support and care. I have been bottling it for weeks now and it was poisoning me. I can't express in words how much it means to me. Glad we are of support to you. Edit number 2. Someone asked if there were any red flags I noticed earlier in case there was anything to learn. Yes, there were, and nothing would make me happier than the fact that my misfortune could be someone's treasure. I have posted it in a comment, but I'm posting again it for everyone. Okay. Sign 1, sign 2, and almost 7 signs he has given. Let's consider it as a big update. Like, he's talking about red flags, right? So, red flag 1. She refused to let go of her ex boyfriend even after a marriage was fixed, kept talking how much she loved him, kept chatting with him, kept crying about how much it hurt her when she found out that he has been dating other girls online as well. Damn, 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 damn. If my man is doing that, bye, bye, bye. Oh god. Red flag 2. She outright asked me to break the marriage arrangement whenever we had a fight. She apologized later, but doesn't matter. If someone keeps talking about breakup, just break up, man. Sign number 3. Red flag 3. She was desperate for attention. She wanted me to talk to her for 2 to 3 hours a day continuously. Even my work and office did not matter to her. It is still the same. I'm not going to comment on that because many people just want to be like, in the care of boyfriend and the husband, fiance. But I understand where he is coming from. He's like, girl, you got another man lining up. Probably that is the reason. Like, she want to keep that to herself. Like, I don't know. It's just a whole can of worms there. Because see, the people who crave for attention, they sometimes go back to their bad things. See, for example, this girl keeps going to her ex because probably she wants attention and he is giving that. The attention, there is two types of attention, right? Obviously a good attention and bad attention. So probably she just wants to keep getting good attention or bad attention. She just wants it. Probably she wants some mental health support, and probably they can work it out. But like I think once you have an affair, like that marriage is pretty much over, and then again you have to start dating that person, like same person. If you're going to get back, you have to date that person, fix that old wounds, and also like heal yourself. It's like years long of thing. Like it may even take 5 years or 10 years to build that trust. And even if the other person is like ready to build that trust, like it works both ways. One person is not willing, it's gone. It's a whole thing. And sign number 4. She kept asking me to promise her I will never cheat on her time and again, and as if she was projecting her flaw on me. See, that is one thing I've seen through many Reddit stories I have seen and read and watched. The thing is that when cheaters are there, they just think automatically the world around them is cheating on each other. See, the thing is that like I know people like in personal life, in professional life, like wherever it is. I just know people who do things and then project that everyone around them are doing the same thing. It's just that in religious books it is given that like there's a story where a king asks his children to go and see around the world so that like he knows and understands their perspective. One guy comes back saying that, like, the entire village is so sweet, they're so nice, zero red flags, complete green flags. So other guy comes back saying that, you know what, this village sucks, everyone is so bad, like, it's 100% red flag and 0% green flag. That's when the concept of perspective come into play. So the king says that, like, you are being too good and you think everyone around you are too good, and the other person, looks at the other person and says, like, you are too bad and think everyone are like too bad. So this is a gray area where, like, no one is 100% bad and no one is 100% good. But if someone keeps saying that, like, everyone are doing that, everyone are doing that, possibly and potentially this person is doing that, probably definitely they're doing that. And red flag 5, she was extremely jealous of me, even looking at another woman, even if they were work colleagues or mentors or anyone else. She would immediately jump to the conclusion that I'm cheating on her with them. See, as I told, they keep projecting. Cheaters project. Okay? So if someone keeps telling you that you're cheating on them, run. They are cheating on you. And red flag 6. She kept threatening me that she will one day disappear or do something to herself. One night she said she was going to leave her house alone forever. I believed her at the time and begged her not to leave, worrying what would happen to her family. Again, it comes back to the attention thing. Red flag 7. She has a friend who is married and still keeps in touch with her ex with her husband's knowledge. Okay, her friend is also having the same kind of behavior. My wife has often tried to justify her behavior in the name of. I'm so sorry. When you love someone, you love someone. You don't have remnants of your ex. If you have remnants of your ex, then you have to possibly justify. Why are you in touch with that ex? Like, what is happening? Be open. Like, for example, there are people who, like, were friends for 15 years and dated for like 6 months, and they feel like, oh my god, like, I lost a friend, I lost my boyfriend, I can at least have my friend back. Like, these are the genuine cases I have seen where they, like, keep their distance, but still once you date someone, it is not completely, like, it just doesn't go away. It just stays in the mind. Oh my god, I dated this person, what if, like, things gone right like that. So these are the ones, and there are many comments. Let's go through one comment, okay? So there was this one comment where it says, like, brother, I also had thought similar like you for her family, but trust me, at the end of the day, she's their daughter conflict their daughter, sorry, collect all the evidences, lodge a formal complaint at Mahila police station before directly going for divorce, and then apply for divorce. Keep all the things in knowledge of local at Mahila police station. It will surely help you. I'm going through the divorce now. I've seen her parents' behavior since filing of divorce. Trust me, only your parents are your true well wishers. Okay, only your parents are true well wishers. This. Thanks, man. Appreciated. How long have you been married for, and how much are they asking for in terms of alimony and other financial support? This is a OP asking. Okay, and any idea if digital evidence even counts for anything? So, like, one person has responded, only video proofs are held in court. No, that's not. Even screenshots you can submit, but it has to be verified. And thought so, an OP response, thought so, thanks for confirming. And another person has asked, oh no, audio recording doesn't work. And another person, it has been deleted, that username. They have responded. They can claim it as fake. So there are many, like, legal comments here, but the thing is that whatever your evidence is, get it certified. It should, like, the court should say this is real, so that they cannot contest it saying that you are just making up things. Okay, so OP, if you're watching this, you have our support. If this is real, obviously you have our support. And if someone other than OP is going through the same thing, if you're going through, the person who's watching this video is going through, remember, always have your evidences right in your fingertip. Like, make copies of your evidences, keep it in your Google Drive, pen drive, hard disk, or wherever it is applicable. Store it. Hard disk or hard drive, I don't know. I'm just confused with that term. Okay, hard disk, hard drive, you get the point. Okay, so you can save it there. And if you have any more doubts, comment it below. See you in the next episode. Bye.